Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannin and today you have joined me on my solo playthrough of Ark with no mods. That is the description of what the name is that you see on the thumbnail. I'm not saying the name. Anyway, on the last episode we were looking at building ourselves a elevator. During the downtime I have played around with it and have come up with this. So you saw where basically I had the large elevator platform. I've gone with the smaller one because I actually thought to myself, will I be bringing creatures up and down? No, I have cryopods. That's pretty much, yeah. If I'm going out collecting for stuff, I'll take a flyer. This really is if I end up down there and I need to get back up. So, yeah. So, all I did was kind of just filled in what you saw I did previously, really. I worked on just sort of like filling it in a little bit. I'm actually thinking I might bring some pillars down on the outside edges or something to make it look like it's actually got some support other than that one pillar. And it comes down to this little house down here, which has an elevator in. So, yeah. Over here, had a little dink around with building something to link platforms together. I'm still not 100% sold on that, to be honest. It still bugs me a little bit that Ark didn't, you know, they put these tree platforms in and then didn't give us anything to kind of link them together. But that's one attempt that I've done at, but they're at different heights and it's really sort of like bugging me. So I will probably have to dink around with that a bit more. I'm not 100% sold on it as it stands at the moment. So there is the kind of the finished or more finished product of it. As you can see, I just filled it in really. And yeah, I think I might actually bring sort of like pillars down from the corners and stuff like that, just to make it look like it's a little bit more supported. Other than that, that's the elevator. Over here, I shall show you the this is the little bridge that takes us from one to the other. I'll kind of play around with this because I don't hate it. I actually quite like it. But some things don't quite line up. And yeah, I need to kind of like perfect it a little bit. But effectively how I started to do that is I placed a foundation here, ran the ceilings across, brought pillars down down the bottom here. And then just put some stairs on this end and remove the pillar and put stairs on this end. But I really quite like over on the other side here where the pillars make it look like it's supported on this edge. I mean, it's not. It's completely supported. Almost fell off. It's completely supported by those two sets of pillars there. So I think I just need to kind of like centralize it a little bit because, as you can see, these pillars aren't actually touching anything. And like I said, it doesn't support it. It holds 0 value other than it making it look as though it does. Like, I was thinking maybe I could stick like some torches in the top of these or something. Something like that. I'd make it look quite cool at night time. But yeah, that's still kind of work in progress. I think I could probably do something with this side here, because, you know, there and there, up there, not too sure. Like the higher ones, I'm not 100% certain I really need to do much with. These ones down the bottom, I think. Being able to walk between this one and this one, and maybe this one. I think. Yeah. As for these ones up the top here, not too sure. I'm actually thinking this one here will be the one for the Uteranus. Sticking them out of the way over here. Don't need to worry about them. And over here can be like a bit of a utility one with taming pen, that kind of thing. And then down here we'll use for sort of like breeding projects. We've got 4 kind of platforms for breeding bits and pieces. But as you can see, when you get like closer, the height difference between these two is quite big. If I zoom out, you can kind of see that the height difference, and they are quite close together, so I might have to do some kind of like clever like stair sort of thing. Not sure. Still haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that. But this elevator's coming together pretty nicely. Slightly frustrating that like elevators don't really line up to they don't line up in terms of like levels and stuff like that, but you know, is what it is. And it does take an awful long time. Slightly frustrating that it goes to that level down there as opposed to this level here that I wanted it to, but you know, it is what it is. But I have been noticing something now. I don't know whether anybody else notices it, but because my recording schedule, it's harder for me. I work full time, so I get on and record whenever I possibly can, on days off and stuff like that. Now, if I take this cryopod here and stick it into my hotbar, it changes to 9 days and 22 hours. Stick it back in here, 19 days, not much of a problem. But I have a nasty habit of logging off, and yeah. Might be a couple of days' time, don't turn the server off, all that kind of carry on. So, we need a thing. Cryo doings. That's not how you spell that. There we go. Level 88 is a cryo fridge, and we are level 77, so we are a long way off. But something that we can make that might help is this here. Industrial grinder. Because when you use the grinder for, well, grinding stuff, you get experience. So, if we make a grinder, we have stuff to grind. So make a grinder, grind some stuff, and also hit up some experience nodes, and possibly make some things no longer alive that may be breedable, sort of thing. If you don't catch what I'm saying. Yep. Then we can get more levels, because we need a cryofridge. Yes, we do. We need a cryofridge. We also need to get the UTs finally bred, and over there, I think. Is it that one? Yeah, that one there. I don't have a pointer. What did I do with it? I stuck it there. So, UT's there, breeding there, and breeding over there, but behind them. But you know what I mean. So, next to the bridge. So, breeding, Uteranus. Because we need 3 armies. Rexes probably won't actually fit on a platform, but that's beside the point. RGs. We can breed RGs there. That'll do. There we go. Rexes will probably have to come down here somewhere. Or we'll find another location for Rexes. We can do that. So. I heard a flap. Anyway. Right, I've got to get some bits and pieces sorted. Because we need metal, we need crystal in order to make a grinder. So that means me taking the dude, the thing on the end of his tail. Anki, that's the one. Go and get a go and get a load of stuff and we can make the grinder. We then need to find a place to put the grinder. I vote there. Yeah, there. There'll do. Or there. Get the stuff for the grinder, decide whether we're going to put it there or whether we're going to put it there. Yeah, there or there. One of those 2 spots there. Not over there, because over there we're going to put the thing. Or, no, that'll stick out too much. We're going to stick the grinder somewhere here. Right. I'm going to stop speaking. I'm going to go and get the thing. Where are you? That's a Doedicurus. That's the one I want. Want him. Right. I'll take him. And him. And go over here. Is it this way? Oh, there. That's where we're going. We're going over there. Right. I shall bring you guys back once we've, like... Yeah, got some stuff. In a bit. So I've come up north because I need to get some oil first to make the grinder. And I've come to this location here. Which you can see is up in the top left-hand corner. And it's the iceberg with loads of oil nodes on. And you know what? I've only ever built up here once. And it was on this iceberg. It was playing on Primal Fear. Built a base up here thinking it'd be out of the way. And just looking at this, I'm kind of thinking to myself, you've got the blue orb up there, loads of metal. And also, that's where we are going to need to go for monkey fight, which is Rex's. And as space is a bit of a premium in the redwoods, you know what? I'm thinking we might build a few outposts dotted around. And this could be a prime location for an outpost. Wow. That was impressive. So yeah. If you can think of any other places on the island for me to build outposts for a specific reason, then chuck your comment in the comment section below, and we will have a look at doing that. But yeah, I think that's quite a large area there to for the purpose of Rex breeding. Out of the way. And perfect location for us to come and get some oil. Speaking of oil, how much have I got? Loads. Awesome. Just the amount we needed as well. Loads. Apparently the dolphins are touch sad around here. So yeah, I'm going to head back to base as I've got a load of metal cooking, and yeah, can't leave metal cooking on its own. So I shall bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, so welcome back. So after a bit of time grinding up some materials, the forges are still going over there, but I think I have enough stuff to craft the grinder. So grinder, let's learn it. No more Ingram points. Grinder, turn that on, and we can make it. Then cry because all of our stuff, our materials that we've just spent hours getting, has just now disappeared. Leave that running. Now, this is the big thing. Where do we put it? Do we put it here? Or do we put it here? Don't think I can really put it in that middle spot because I think I'm going to need that middle spot for the industrial forge. So we crouch down, zoom out as much as we can. We zoom too much. And then move over, I reckon. Up there. Pretty straight. Put you there. So we can start grinding bits and pieces up. So we can stick wood in there to get thatch. We can put stone in there to get flint, which is what we're going to do because I have a ton of stone, like an absolute ton of stone. So you got a load of stone in there, and I've even got a load of stone in here. So I grab a couple of 100 of that. Hitbox on this is so weird. And then we stick that in there, that and that, and then turn it on. And then we can craft, grind. Yeah, I guess you're not crafting really, or are you grinding it up? You can do shell fragments as well. When you eventually get to a place where there are giant turtles. So if you see down the bottom here, you can actually see our experience thing flashing. And you can see the experience is starting to go up. So, a very cheap and easy way of doing XP is through the grinder. And then you can do that. And then, because you're crafting something, your XP will go up. But once you get up into these levels, the XP that you gain from crafting this is a lot smaller. But every little bit helps. Now, we need to start thinking about boss dinos. So, I know where there is... Oh, by the way, we bred up and got our yeah, him. The thing I'm looking at in front of us, Ginger, Mark II. And I've actually got quite a few levels on him, as I've taken him on meat runs and stuff like that. So, you know, no... you can just see here, like, there's no mutations whatsoever. These are the combined stats that we got for the on the other video, and I've leveled him up, and he's now at 10,000 health and nigh on 600% melee damage, and that's with 0 mutations, like I said. But now that we've got them, I am going to probably look at doing mutations. And I was asked in a comment the other day if I would show how I do the mutations, and the answer is yes, 1000% I will. I'll show how I do mutations, how I stack them, and all that other fun stuff. I do have a video already which shows how to get 2020 mutations. But it's not bad. It's not a bad video. I think I can do better. So I will probably incorporate a video just in this series about how to stack mutations, and also make it on a separate playlist as well. We have now 4 female Uteranus and 2 males. So I bred up the male and the female we had. There's Lucky, and one of these females was one of the ones that we originally got. So got another few females, and we got a male as well. So once we get to level 80, I think it is, for the saddle, we will you know, tidy these guys up a little bit better. But hopefully I've got them situated close enough that they'll produce us some eggs so we can do kibble. They produce an awful lot of poop. But we need to think about boss dinos. So the other episode we found a Rex, a 145, somewhere over in that general direction. I think. Yeah, it was over there somewhere. There are plenty of Megatherium down here, but none of a decent level. So we need to go out and have a look for something to tame, I think. We need something on the boss tier that we need to go and do. But before all of that, come to think of it, we need honey. So we have our bear. Hello, bear. The comment, I just couldn't resist the name Halle Berry. Outstanding name. I haven't leveled this one up at all, so you can see what the final stats were there of the bear. That's not really the... This isn't tamed really for that purpose. But I said that we were going to go and have a look for something to tame, but we don't really have any more eggs yet. I have a plan formulating. So I know there's a 145 Rex over in that direction, somewhere over in that vicinity. We need more kibble eggs, so we need more of this production chain over here happening. So the only way that we can do that more is by getting an oviraptor. Oviraptors are tamed by using large dino eggs. Things like Rexes, Gigas, and Quetzals. We don't have any of those at all, but we do know where there is a decent Rex over that way. So maybe we do the same trick as we breed those so that we can get some kibble. But what we need to do first is, with our bear, we need to go and find a location with some honey. So I'm going to get some bits and pieces situated so that I have all the things, and then I will bring you guys back. Nope, we don't want that Argent. That one is rubbish. Well, it's not rubbish, but it kind of is. There you are. We need to go and get some honey. So I should bring you guys back once I found a suitable location for honey. Yes, in a bit. So when I was hunting for thylas, all I could find was beehives. Now I'm looking for beehives. All I can find is thylas. That's actually a really nice colour. It's level 20. It sucks. But I'm not looking for thylas. That's the second one. Oh, would you believe it? There's one right below it. Okay. So, Operation Thyla out of tree. Damn it! Death! Death! Lots of death! Ah! Right. What do I have to get my stuff back? Pterodon. Gonna have to do. Alright, where were we? We hadn't gone very far. It says. Well, there was a Spino near us. And there's my death beacon. And there is the Argent. And there is the Thyla. Now in that tree. That's it. Follow me. Right. Well, I will go back to base and then reassess my Thyla plucking out of tree skills to go and get my... Oh, unless, of course, I can land somewhere. I know what I'm talking about. It's the redwoods. There's nowhere safe to land. Right, I'll bring you back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, welcome back. So, there was a very specific reason why I went back to base, and that was to take the Pterodon back, because if this goes wrong again, then I would then be without anything that I would be able to use. And I missed. And I missed again. There we go. So, now that that Rex is about to die, I reckon we will be able to attempt to build our way up to that. Turtle over there. Nothing really there. Happy days. Cryopod up, Archie. Right. Wrong button. I want that one. We've got enough pillars. Should have. Keep going in the wrong inventory. Don't really need that. Typical. So that should, in theory, get us to where we want to go. He says, in theory. No foundation support. Awesome. Well, we put that on you and that on you. And this hopefully goes according to plan. He says, and we don't have any of that. That's probably because I've pressed the wrong button. So, Honey Gather Mark II, because, well, the first one didn't go overly well, did it? So, I have done a very elaborate step type sort of thing coming down, and couldn't quite get it to go down to the bottom, so basically deftly walked across there with the bear. So, we tried left attack, and that didn't do anything other than end up with angry bees. So, there we go. So, we got ourselves some honey. We could probably make this considerably better at some point in the future, but right now it works. So, we have honey. And there be megatheriums. Level 15. What's the other one? Level 35. Not useful. Right. Back to base. And get this honey in the fridge, because it spoils. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me either, but that's how it works. So, if I built this correctly, I should be able to run up the side here. And then just kind of drop down. We'll have that. You stay there. Yeah, this works pretty well. And then we will dump the old honey in here, and that'll then... I'll give us a bit longer. And we will... then I think next time we will be... hopefully we'll got some eggs from the UTs. And now that we've got our location for our honey, and Hallie's doing her job, yeah, I think things are starting to come together. We get that kibble up and running, and then we can start working on the boss dinos, and we will then go and do the bosses, and then head to Scorched and Aberration and all the other lovely places that are available. So it's a bit of a bits and pieces episode, but that's kind of how Ark works. You have to do little bits here to then be able to get to that stage, and then another bit over here, and then to get to that stage. So I'm trying to keep kind of showing you guys how I play the game, and how I sort of like go from transition from one stage to the next, as opposed to just like episodes that are big and flashy and do lots of different stuff, because it's a lot of the little things that sometimes you don't see on some of the videos of some people. So yeah, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification, as you'll then get notified when all of my videos come out. Until next time, see you later, guys.